The skeleton holding you up right now isn't the same one you had 10 years ago. Not roughly the same, actually, physically different down to the mineral level. Right now in bones you assume are fixed and permanent, microscopic demolition crews are dissolving old bone tissue while construction crews rebuild it fresh, in a cycle that never fully stops. For most of medical history, bone was treated as essentially dead material, a rigid scaffold, like the wooden frame of a house, built once and then simply maintained. Anatomists studying bone under early microscopes saw hard, mineral-dense structure and assumed that hardness meant inert. It took the ability to track living cells inside bone tissue over time to realize the mistake. Bone isn't a frame. It's one of the most metabolically active tissues in your entire body, constantly being broken down and rebuilt, responding in real time to how much weight you put on it, how much calcium your blood needs, and even your hormone levels. The dead scaffold idea took decades to fully overturn. Bone tissue is built from a mineral matrix, mostly calcium and phosphate, arranged into a material called hydroxyapatite, reinforced with a flexible protein framework that keeps it from being purely brittle. Embedded inside that matrix are living cells called osteocytes, connected to each other by an enormous network of microscopic channels, like a city's underground tunnels. These cells constantly monitor the bone around them, sensing mechanical stress, tiny cracks, and changes in calcium levels, and sending out signals accordingly. Bone isn't a passive material something happens to. It's an active, sensing network, deciding in real time where reinforcement is needed and where old materials should be cleared away. Where does that signal actually lead? Straight to the two crews already introduced. The demolition side of this system runs on cells called osteoclasts. When osteocytes detect a weak point, a microfracture, or old, worn-out material, they send a signal calling osteoclasts to that exact location. Osteoclasts attach to the bone surface and release acid and enzymes that dissolve the mineral matrix, breaking it down piece by piece and clearing it away. This isn't destructive in a bad sense. It's the necessary first half of renewal, the same way old material has to be cleared before new construction can begin. And there's a second job hiding inside this process. As osteoclasts dissolve bone, they release the calcium locked inside it directly into your bloodstream. Bone isn't just structural. It's your body's largest calcium reserve. And this demolition process is one of the main ways your blood calcium gets topped up when levels run low. The construction side runs on a different cell entirely, osteoblasts. Once an area has been cleared, osteoblasts move in and begin laying down fresh collagen protein framework, then mineralizing it with calcium and phosphate pulled back out of the bloodstream, gradually hardening it into new bone matrix. Some osteoblasts get fully surrounded by the material they built and transform into the sensing osteocytes described earlier, embedding themselves into the very structure they just created. Others remain on the surface, continuing to build. This entire cycle, demolition, then construction, is called bone remodeling, and it never fully stops. In a healthy adult, roughly 10% of your total skeleton is being remodeled at any given moment, which means your entire skeleton is functionally replaced, piece by piece, roughly once every decade. During childhood and adolescence, this system is deliberately unbalanced. Osteoblasts build faster than osteoclasts demolish, which is exactly how bones grow larger and stronger during those years. In healthy adulthood, the two sides settle into balance, replacing material without changing overall bone mass. That balance is delicate, and it's actively managed by hormones. Estrogen and testosterone both help keep osteoclast activity in check, which is part of why bone density and hormone levels are so closely linked throughout life. When that balance tips, the consequences are real. As people age, especially after menopause, when estrogen levels drop sharply, osteoclast activity can outpace osteoblast activity for the first time. More bone gets removed and rebuilt, month after month, and the skeleton slowly becomes less dense and more porous. This is osteoporosis, not bones falling apart randomly, but a long-running imbalance in a system that had been working in balance for decades, finally tipping the other way. It's exactly why weight-bearing exercise is recommended for bone health. Mechanical stress is one of the strongest natural signals telling osteoblasts to build. Astronauts show exactly how powerful that mechanical signal really is. In microgravity, with almost no weight-bearing stress on the skeleton at all, astronauts can lose bone density at a rate of up to 1 to 2% per month, dramatically faster than even severe osteoporosis on Earth. Without gravity constantly reminding osteoblasts to build, the demolition side of the cycle quietly wins by default. It's the same balance operating inside every person reading this, just tipped by removing the one signal it depends on most. Your skeleton was never the fixed, finished structure it looks like. It's a living, constantly renewing system, quietly demolishing and rebuilding itself for your entire life, without you ever noticing a single day of the process. This is Body Vault AI. We prove this every time. Follow for the next one.